This Odoo training video is prepared by Unicum ERP, a division of Easy to Learn company and Odoo partner. If you need any Odoo support, please feel free to contact us. The Odoo ERP package here we are going to discuss is Odoo 17 Community Edition. In Odoo, payments can either be automatically linked to a customer invoice or vendor bill or be standalone records for use at a later date. If a payment is linked to an invoice or bill, it reduces or settles the amount due of the invoice or bill. You can have multiple payments related to the same invoice. In this video, we will explore customer and vendor payments in accounts. In Odoo, we have multiple statuses to help keep track of our payments. First, an invoice or bill is unpaid. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Next, if part of the invoice has been paid, but it is not fully paid, then the status will be partially paid. Once the full payment has been registered, then the status will be in payment. And finally, once the payment is reconciled with a bank transaction, the status is finally paid. The outstanding payments and outstanding receipts accounts are used as temporary holding accounts for the time between when a payment is made or received and when it's reconciled with a bank transaction. So when the payment is registered in Odoo, it hits the outstanding account, which is then balanced once the payment and the bank transaction are reconciled. Let's take a look at some payment in a demo database. First, we will go into our accounting app and we will look at our invoices. If we want to register full payments for multiple bills or invoices at once, we can select them and then click Register Payment. Then, we have the option to group payments, so we'll have only one payment per partner instead of one payment per bill. If instead, we want to register payments one at a time, then we have two options. First, we can do it directly from the invoice or bill. So, if we open an invoice, here we can click on the Register Payment button. We can edit any of this information that we need to, and the benefit of this method is that this payment is automatically reconciled with this bill. So, click on the Create Payment button. We can see this payment banner telling us that the status is paid, and down here on our little information icon, we can actually see the link to the payment that we just registered. And we have the ability to unreconcile the payment too, if we registered the payment from the wrong invoice or bill. It's important to note that this reconciliation is just between the payment and the invoice or bill, and it's different from the bank reconciliation, where we make sure all of our bank transactions are accounted. The second option is to register a payment manually through the customer's or vendor's menu, depending on if it's an incoming or an outgoing payment that we want to register. When we do this, we can click on Payments, New, and we just need to set a payment amount and a partner. So, we will select a customer and put some amount, say 115 riyals, and we will confirm this payment. And now, we will go back to our invoices. And if we look at an invoice for this partner, we can see we have a banner telling us that we have outstanding credits that we can allocate to mark this invoice as paid. And at the bottom, it even gives us a little list here of any outstanding debits for this vendor, where we can select which one we want to allocate to this invoice. Again, we have the information icon to get information on the payments journal entry, like the date, memo, the journal, etc. And for more information, we can go directly to the payment itself by clicking View. And here on the payment, we have a smart button connecting us to that bill or invoice, and we also have one taking us to the journal entry for the payment. And from there, we have yet another smart button to the reconciled items, where we can see the two items that both hit the account payable again. Remember that this reconciliation is just the connection between the invoice and the registered payment. Bank reconciliation is a separate process where we match bank transactions with these payments. Thank you.